So today I want to talk about something that's a little bit more difficult for us to have conversations about, and that is white fragility. So, in order to be open to conversations about race and racism, in order to effectively combat racism and white supremacy, and in order to do so in ways that do not continue to cause violence, we have to know what white fragility is. Not recognizing our privilege as white people and becoming defensive only perpetuates racism and white supremacy and limits our ability to form and maintain positive relationships with Black, Indigenous, and other people of color. White fragility is like when a toddler throws a tantrum. We have to stop throwing a tantrum for being called out and be better. White fragility shows up in different ways in our feelings, behaviors, and claims. So we can feel all of these different emotions when we're confronted. So we have to be aware of our reactions and reevaluate our words, actions, and reactions. Are we throwing a tantrum because we got our feelings hurt? Probably. So we need to calm down, pay attention to the person calling us out, and reflect on that. Why did they call us out? We should be thankful that they felt comfortable enough to call us out in the first place. We don't have to respond though, right? We can just listen. But we have to be sincere in our efforts to do so, right? So this isn't to say that our feelings aren't valid. They likely are. The problem is when we center our feelings over someone else's very real and chronic pain. Racism causes chronic pain, and we may feel some type of way about our role in this, but it is the pain that matters, not our feelings. Sometimes when we're called out, we cry, or we argue, or we walk away. These are the physical ways we throw a tantrum, and they're quite harmful to Black, Indigenous, and other people of color that we speak with or around. Crying is especially harmful for two reasons. First, it centers the attention on us and makes others feel bad for us or want to comfort us when we are the people who are experiencing oppression in the first place. Second, it recalls the use of white women's tears that often were weaponized against Black men and led to their lynching or murders at the hands of white mobs. White women are viewed as fragile and in need of protection by white men. So when a white woman would cry, white men would come to their defense at the expense of innocent Black men. Sometimes we go on the defensive and begin to use fallacies such as whataboutism or faulty reasoning to support ourselves, right? This is the culmination of our tantrum, and it indicates to others that we don't want to learn, that we don't actually care about racism or the experiences of oppression that Black, Indigenous, and other people of color face, and that we cannot be trusted. If we had Black, Indigenous, or other friends of color before demonstrating white fragility, we probably won't after. And if we behave in this way, right, and still think we have Black, Indigenous, and friends of color, they're more than likely acquaintances, and we're not seeing reality. We can't get defensive or throw tantrums when we're called out for our privilege or for saying or doing something racist. We have to stop that. We just do.